So hello everyone, this is Rakshit Raj and today we are discussing the LeetCode question number 231, power of 2. So the question is, given an integer n, return true if it is a power of 2, otherwise return false. An integer n is a power of 2 if there exists an integer x such that n is equal to 2 to the power x. So the question is clear here that we have been given an integer n, and we have to see that it can be represented as a something power of 2, as if it is possible then we will return true, else we will return false. As we can see here in the example number 1, we can see here that n is equal to 1 and the output is true, as we can represent 1 as 2 to the power 0, and every numbers which have power 0 is equal to 1. Again, we can see in the example number 2 where n is equal to 16, it can be represented as 2 to the power 4. So we'll return true there. If you can see the example number 3, there the input is 3, it can't be represented as 2 the power of 2. So we'll return false there. So what we can do here in the question is, first we'll check that if the number is a positive number or a negative number. Then if the number is negative, then we'll return false, else if the number is a positive integer, then we'll have a condition in a while loop that if the number is divisible by 2, then we'll divide it by 2 until it is divisible by 2, and at last we'll check that if the last quotient that is remaining is equal to 1 or not, as and yes, at last we'll check that, and we'll return true if it is equal to 1, and if not, it will return false. So first of all, let's move on to the code part here. So first of all, we'll have a if condition which will check the number is less than or equal to 0. If it is a negative number, we'll return false. As the power of something cannot be negative. Then we'll have while loop, which have a condition that if n modulus 2 is equal to 0, then what we'll do that we'll divide it by 2 until it is divisible. If not, it will skip the while loop here, and at last we'll check that if it is divisible by if the value of n at last is equal to 1 or not. If yes, then we'll return true, else we'll return false. So yes, that was the code part here. We'll check that if it is passing the all test cases or not. And yes, we can see it passes the test cases. We'll submit this question, and yes, it is correct, and that was all for this question. Thank you.